Skip it up and that up. Let's discuss those PS5 flops. Boing did it pop.
This video is being brought to you by Satisfy Gaming. Make playing your Switch in portable mode super ergonomic with the Satisfy Gaming grips. They also have case and grip bundles that let you keep the grip on your Switch and store it safely in their high quality cases. These grips make using your Switch in portable mode as comfortable as a Pro controller. Use the code ReviewTech10 to save 10% off your entire order. Link below in the description.
So I was actually on Spawnwave Media's Spawncast last night. It was a lot of fun. Modern Vintage Gamer was there. Miss Click was there. Whole bunch of other cool people were there. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link to that below in the description. But the reason why I bring it up, besides to shout out Spawnwave Media because he has an awesome channel, is because we were discussing this last night about the PlayStation 5's compute performance with some leaks that have been going on compared to the Xbox Series X's, or Xbox's. Their naming is so confusing. Well, anyway, there is some conflicting information going on right now about how powerful the PlayStation 5 will be compared to the Xbox Series X. And this has been going back and forth. I know we've heard reports that the PS5 is going to blow away when it was called the Scarlet. Now it's called the Series X. We've heard that the Scarlet's going to be more powerful. It's more so been that the PS5 is going to be more powerful than Microsoft's next-gen offering, but now there was some data that was mined. We'll talk more about that in a minute, about its accuracy, but there's been some data that's mined that says that the PS5 is going to have compute performance of 9.2 teraflops. It's funny how teraflops in 2019 is like becoming the bit wars that were around in the late 80s and early 90s. Now it's like 16-bit, 32-bit. Now it's like teraflops and more teraflops. My man boobs flop. Even though I lost weight, they actually flop more now because there's more floppage, because there's not as much fat there.
Exposed, 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 exposed.
Well, anyway, this is coming from GamerRant.com. I'm going to read it to you. Then we'll discuss. Then I'll give you my hot take on the power of both next-gen consoles and what I think the outcome will be. Most next-gen console rumors about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are pretty generic. The PS5 is more powerful than Project Scarlet, and vice versa don't necessarily add to the conversation, but there are several key specific rumors that keep popping up. Namely, that the Xbox Series X console is targeting a GPU with 12 teraflops processing power, that both the PS5 and Xbox Series X will have a similar overall GPU processing power, and a newer rumor claiming that the PS5 GPU will run at 9.16 teraflops. Obviously, those three rumors can't all be true. Either the two consoles will have different GPU processing power, or they'll both be at 12 or 9 teraflops. Alternatively, one of the rumors isn't framed correctly. One prevalent theory claims that the Xbox Series X's 12 teraflops are intended to be used when describing a direct comparison to the Xbox One and Xbox One X. In reality, the Xbox Series X could be 9 teraflops, but will use a new GPU architecture that's about 1.25 times more efficient. As such, its 9 teraflops could be considered equivalent to 12 teraflops in direct comparison to base platforms. Okay, so there you go. That's what I wanted to cite from their article. Here is the thing. Okay, first off, from what else I've heard from Spawnwave Media and other people in the other things that I've read, the data that was mined on the PS5 regarding how much compute performance its GPU is going to have is old. So we can't really go by that. And who knows, they may have put a more powerful GPU in there by now, or they tweak things so it's going to have more compute performance. What I've been hearing is that the PS5 and Xbox Series X are like, if there is a difference, it's so nominal, you're not going to see it in third-party ports. Okay, if like an EA game comes to both consoles, they're going to look almost identical. There's going to be very little difference in between them. Secondly, let's keep it real. How many times has the most powerful console won the generation? Let's look at this generation. I think it's safe to say the Xbox One, whether it be the X or the S or the old school VCR looking Xbox One, the Switch is already outsold it worldwide. The PlayStation 4 is beyond 100 million units sold. The X, which I have right here, I love this console. I just used it to test out that TV, which I did a video on, is a great console. But Microsoft is way behind in sales. They're less than half the sales of the PlayStation 4. Yes, I was right about the numbers. The Xbox One lifetime sales are less than half of the PlayStation 4. Just wanted to double check that. But you get my point. It's never the most powerful console that wins the generation. It's kind of always been the golden rule. It's about the games, not the power. So if the Xbox Series X is truly more powerful than the PlayStation 5, it's not really going to matter. It's going to be about the games. So what system has the best games at launch will give it a huge head start. I don't know. I've been hearing some mixed things. Halo Infinite's supposed to be a launch title for the Series X. That would be huge for Microsoft's next-gen console if it launches with a huge Halo game. But I'm hearing there's some things behind the scene that aren't going too well with Halo Infinite. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm also hearing that the PlayStation 5's launch library may be kind of dry. So who knows? Maybe both systems won't have a great launch library. But if one does, that is what that system is going to be more appealing to people. Also, it's going to depend on price. I'm hearing the price of both the Series X and the PS5 is going to be the same. They're going to come out at the same price, but if one company undercuts the other and takes a loss to get a bigger install base quicker, that'll mean that people are going to buy that system more. Like, say, if there's some impossible way, I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm just speculating right now. Say the PS5, even if it has less games, launches at $400 and the Series X launches at $600, okay, or $500, whatever the case may be. People will be like, I could save $100, even if it's a little less powerful. I'll get the PS5 and I'll have a next-gen system and have some money to buy a game or two. I'm telling you, man, money talks. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But do I think even if the Series X is more powerful than the PS5, it's going to be a huge deal? No. Unless it's like a gargantuan, unless it's like a gargantuan leap between the systems in terms of performance, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. I think both next-gen systems are going to be pretty damn powerful and pretty damn impressive. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.